So once again, Ms. Rodriguez, welcome to this our first coaching session. Could you please introduce yourself, please, Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, Mr. Teche. First, I want to say thank you. For me, it's more than an honor to be in this and be part of that session that you're doing, which is coaching. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Oriet Rodriguez or Mrs. Rodriguez, and my students call me Señora Rodriguez. I've been teaching Spanish in the United States since 2007, which is 15 years. And in this school, I've been since the school was open in 2009. This is my passion and this is what I love. So if you want me to introduce myself, I would say I'm a Spanish teacher. That's what describes me.
Okay, so Ms. Rodriguez is passionate about teaching Spanish, and also she's our department chair. Okay, she's World Languages Department Chair. So we are glad to have her. She's very passionate and she's very helpful. Anytime we have something, Ms. Rodriguez is always here to help us. And in the department, we appreciate her. We honor her very much. So our first question is, what class do you want to work on? What's your current reality?
Well, if you tell me about the reality, you know that we are no more in the regular classroom with the students where you can see them and you can interact with them. What is the big challenge? As a teacher, I say that when we study and we start this career, we knew in advance that we need to make adjustments to any situation, but we were never prepared for this one. What was one of the big challenges? Many of them, but I will say what is the big one, is how to approach and get interaction with a student when my classes are big. Okay. When I have 20, which is only one class, it's okay, you can handle it, you can try your best. But when you have big classes like the one I have with 34 students, it's really challenging for me.
Okay, so now, based on what you just said, I want us to set a goal and we're going to work on that goal. So you could say your goal will be what? More interaction, more student participation in the classroom?
Yeah, that's what the goal that I want to set is. What else can I do with this amazing technology that we're learning day by day? How can I interact more with them, that they feel that I am there for them, that I don't limit it to few students that just want to participate, but I want to be more, I would say to find more resources to approach those students that are sometimes quiet. Yes. How can I do that? How can I make them to feel like I'm still there, despite we're not together, that I'm still there for them?
Very good, very good. And since we are language teachers, and in language, the more you participate, the more you practice the language, the better you learn. Okay, so I think that interaction, participation is a very, very powerful goal. Now, you know that when we set a goal, we have to put on a plan, a strategy to reach our goal. So in your mind, what could you do to increase participation, to increase interaction with students?
Well, my goal, and it's gonna help me as a professional, but it's gonna be concentrating helping a student is I'm learning those new tools that Microsoft, I would say Microsoft, please apologize for using the name of this company, is what is Microsoft offering me as a tools, as an application that I'm gonna be able to use so I can reach them. I'm gonna give you examples. Microsoft have now, I found some of them like Microsoft Forms that allow me to collect the response from the students so everybody can do it at the same time, despite I don't have them in class and I don't see them and I don't hear them responding to me. So Microsoft having tools that allow me to collect what is happening. Also, I had found Peer Deck that in the middle in the session, when I see the students are not responding, then I come with something. I say, okay, what's happening now? Can you write something in this to see what is going on? Can you in the middle of the class tell me what have you learning? What did you hear now from me? So that helped me to wake them up again and try to wake them again to engage in the class. What else I have now that we challenge, especially having the covering your face, I
Yes.
say I found that Flipgrid is gonna be very helpful for me. I just start using myself as an example. So I just record something that I want to help them. So they have it for them available. In that moment, something happened with technology. I record the video and I post it for them, and I can see how many of them are watching. So next day I say, why you didn't watch my video? So I will call personal names, and they know that I knew that they didn't watch my video. So that is helpful. Say, oh, Miss, I don't see Miss Rodriguez in class, but when she records something, I might do it at night. The student, maybe that is the best time. No parents are around the house, and then they can see the video. And I say, I don't care about the time you see it. If it's midnight because you're awake, it's fine. So they already, it's a lot of technology that many of those applications are offering you, and I'm trying those three first. I'm going to start with few and start adding more. So when I feel like I'm accomplished with three of them, then I can start adding more.
Okay, good. So Ms. Rodriguez, she knows about technology. To you, she incorporates technology in her teaching to build interaction with students. And then this is very good because the technology piece is very, very useful. And then we teach a generation of kids who already use technology, cell phone, different apps. So by incorporating technology in your class, I think this is a very, very good strategy to reach our goal. Okay. Now, also, since we teach language, they said also that sometimes students, they don't want to answer a question because they have fear of mistakes. Okay. So some people say, okay, if I said it, maybe it's wrong. So I don't want to say anything. So now what can we do to vote for those people who are ashamed to talk, or maybe they are fear to make a mistake?
I'm the first example.
Yes.
I'm always telling them that I face all those challenges when I was learning English. And I tell them I'm still learning. I'm not perfect in English. I tell them you are helping me how to pronounce better. And I'm the first example for them and say, don't be afraid because I already know what you're feeling. Second, like I said before, I'm using Flipgrid for them to record privately. They don't want another person here, and that is something that causes them too much anxiety, and they don't want nobody but me. And then I say, there is a moment they can record themselves privately and repeat as many times as they want. And that's the only person who's gonna hear is me. I say, I understand, because when I was learning in my first step, I didn't want anybody to listen to me.
Yes.
And then little by little, I start feel more confident. And when you go and you express, I tell them, express your body, say something, make movement with your hand, and then that is make you feel confident. And I always say in the future, hopefully when you are in your college, because I'm always expecting them to go college, I always say, go to a country to help you and get immersed in the language, and that's gonna make you more confident. There's nothing more that forces you to speak that when no, you are forced to say something. I want to buy this. How can I ask that? Okay, I need to say this. So I always encourage them, and the first example is me.
Very good example. Very good. So now let me wrap up. So our goal is going to be to work on to increase student interaction, increase student participation. This is our goal. Now the plan, how can we reach the goal? We're going to use technology. Okay, our first step is to increase more technology, more resources to interact with students. Our second step going to be to let students know that it's okay to make mistake. We learn by making mistake. So, Mr. Rodriguez, thank you so much. So now our next step, we're going to measure the growth. Okay, we're going to measure the growth. So we're going to rely on the data. Okay, so we're going to rely on data, and our next session, we're going to rely on data and see how the change went. Okay, and if we see the change in the student life, and we're going to work on that next time. So thank you once again. Thank you for joining this coaching session, and I hope to see you very soon. Your last word, Mr. Rodriguez, your last word?
I would say thank you. This is really a privilege for me. Everything that like any person like you, any other co-worker offer help to me is really appreciated, because you never finish learning.
Yes.
Everything somebody give you clues to do better in your job is helpful, and especially in these difficult moments that I would say we need to get through this. And with the help in persons like you, will be really, really pleased or nice. And that is, I really appreciate that.
Okay, thank you so much for our first coaching session, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. Teju.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Adios. Au revoir.
Adios. Au revoir.